I guess. Okay, the recording has started. Right, right. So recording has started. So yeah. So just a quick announcement. What has happened to this? So Jupyter Notebook. Wait. Right, right. So one announcement, guys, that on Wednesday I have scheduled a class. Hope you guys have seen that. Have you guys seen that? On Wednesday, you will be having a class at 8 p.m. IST. This Wednesday, right? This Wednesday, we have 8 p.m. IST class. So this is the first announcement. Second announcement, right? Right. Second announcement, we will also be having, right? Already we have actually given you uploaded the assignment of 3, so assignment 3. So already I have uploaded assignment 3. Please also look at that. Assignment 3 will have 50 questions, right? Right. So basically I wanted to have 100 question together, data toolkit and oops, but I thought let's break into that. So oops will be having 50 question and 50 question for data toolkit that I am preparing, right? So those will be 2 assignments. So assignment 3 is already released. By next week you will be having numpy pandas assignment as well. Okay, is it fine for everyone? Quickly, yes or no? Very good. Very good. So let's start, guys. Now let's start. So we will now start because again today we are going to have pandas, everything. So till now we have seen NumPy and pandas. Today in pandas we are going to see a lot of very important things. First, that is the most important thing, is group by. This is the most important concept that we are going to look at. Very, very important. This is a must concept to have, to know. And that too, you should be knowing this in detail. The first thing that we are going to look at, group by. Merge and join, already we have seen that. So group by, this is the first concept. Then we are going to play with the date time and time series, right? What is a time series data? We are going to see a few things about that. After group by, one more thing, we are going to also see how to do the null value treatment. This is also something that we are going to look at, right? Right. This is the second thing, right? Date time, time series. And third, playing with text data in pandas. Text data in pandas. So we are going to look at all of these 3 things, and obviously this will be again similar to the last class. Everything will be practical based, right? Right. So we are going to have a lot of questions being solved, right? If you guys have any data set, please do send me that, sir Ajay, I want to get this data set solved. If it is in a CSV file, something like that, or Excel file, please do send me. I don't have any issue, right? Right. Right. So let's start, guys. So let's start. Right. Yes, Jyoti, you can send. Anyone can send. I don't have any problem. If anyone wants to get their data solved, please, please feel free to send me any data, whatever you have. So we are now going to start with, right, pandas 4, and this is the last lecture that we are going to look at, right? Right. So everyone is excited, yes or no? So do we start? So let's start, guys. Import pandas as pd, as pd, right? Right. Right. Import pandas as pd, import numpy as np, import numpy as np. So let's start, guys. Vedic says I have CSV file of, yes, Vedic, you can also send that. So let's first focus on the concept and then send the data. I will solve whatever data you guys send. It's not a problem, right? Right. Now, guys, now I should not delay. So let's start with this, right? Right. Right. So now we are going to see group by. We are going to start with the group by. The first thing we are going to do is to start with group by. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do the same thing. I will read the data from that link. If you guys remember, this is the same link that I have been using. I will paste this in the chat as well. So you guys can read this data set, the Titanic data set. So we'll start with this. Slowly we will be having more data set. So no need to worry about that. I am there to help you guys. So don't think that this is the only thing that we are going to see. We are going to solve many data sets. Just think, just uh, have some patience, and we are going to see a lot of things. So let's start. So this is your DF. So let's start with few small topics first. So we'll start with few very basic small topics, and slowly we will move ahead. Slowly we will move ahead. So first of all, let's say I want to sort this data frame on the basis of any column. Can we sort that? Can we sort this data frame on basis of any column? Right. So for example, let's say I want to sort this data based on fair. Can I sort that? Quickly, anyone has any idea how to do that? Right? Right? Anyone? I'm just asking, I'm not expecting any right answer. But let's see if you guys can answer this. I want to, right, right, sort this data based on, I want to sort this data based on, right, 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 any column that is fair, right, right. Sada has answered it, very good. Sajil has answered it, very good, right. Vedic has answered, very good. Not a problem, right, not a problem, right, 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 right. So now let's start, right. So here I am going to do df dot sort values, df dot sort values, and then I can just write by is equals to, simple, by is equals to fair. Just write like this. So now you will see that the data frame has been sorted with respect to fair. See, the index are different. Yes or no, guys? Quickly, sort a data, sort a data frame, a data frame based on, based on, based on a column. So this is an easy task. Everyone does this. What if I have to sort this data based on two column? And before that also, first of all, let's say I want to sort it in opposite way. Then how you can do that? So you can simply see here df dot sort values. So I'll just copy this here. Yeah, ascending and descending. Very good, Asutosh. So df dot sort values. And now what I'm going to do here, just hit shift and tab. You will get some here ascending, right? So if you write ascending equals to false, let's see what happens. So by default, ascending equals to true. So now if you just write ascending equals to false, so this will give you something like that. So here if you see ascending equals to false, here uh, now fair, the highest fair is on the top. So this is something that everyone does. Now the question is how to sort a data frame. So one more thing, I wanted to use the code of Sada. I don't know if this works or not. df.sort, and here I will just put fair. I'm not sure if it works. Okay, it doesn't work. So Sada, this doesn't work. Please use sort values, right? That is the correct way. Now moving ahead, one more thing, right? This is something that everyone does. Now the question is how to sort a data frame based on two features. Two features. Everyone does this. But how to sort a data frame based on two features? Now you guys have to answer this. At any cost, you guys have to answer this. How to sort a data frame based on two features? Right? 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 Asutosh has written something. So let's say, what about other people? Right? Other people, guys? Right? Right? Simple. Very good. So now what we can do here, maybe let's say df dot sort values. Wherever you have the by option, so let's say by, here you can just write, instead of fair, you can use a column something like that. Fair, and then maybe age. So I will just write age. So let's like this age. And now if you see, both first fair has been sorted and then age has been sorted. Always remember, whichever column you write first, that will be sorted first, and after that, that particular column. Very good. Easy peasy. Now again, moving ahead, this is going to be very interesting. Now what I want to sort a string column. In that case, what will happen, guys? If I want to sort a string column, in that case, what will happen? Everyone, I want to sort a string column, that is, let's say name. In this case, what will happen? Anyone? Right? 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 I want everyone to answer this. In this case, what will happen? Right? Right? In this case, what will happen? If I want to sort based on the name column, right? Right. So let's say here name. What will happen? I know how to write the code. What will happen? So let's say you have sorted it. See here what happened. What has happened? V D and let's say A. So what has happened, guys? So ascending equals to false like this. If you don't give, then A B C D. Right? A B C D something like this. See. But one more question. What if there is a special character? If there is a special character, then it will come first. It will come first. Remember that. What if the number is there, if string is there, and number is there, then in that case, first, what will come? Can you answer this? What will come first? If you have string and number. Anyone? Very good. So first number will come and then string will come. Right? Right? Very good. Very good. So this was one of the small topic that I had to show you. I had to explain you. Now moving ahead, guys. Now moving ahead. Now the things are going to be more fun. Now there is a question. So let's say I have a question. Question is, what is the average fare paid by the people who didn't survive? This is the first question. Who didn't survive? Here I have asked this question. Can anyone answer this quickly? Right, right, right. Anyone? Right, right. Anyone quickly? Right, 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 right. Vipan sir, think it carefully. What is the average fare paid by the people who didn't survive? Do you really need group buy here? Right, right. Guys, who didn't survive? What is the survive column? See here, it is a survive column. So first of all, df dot survived. Df survived. Now if you execute, this is 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, something like that. Now, who didn't survive means equals to 0. So these are the people who didn't survive. Now df, something you have created this data. Df survived, df who didn't survive. Now you want to access the column fare because you want to calculate the average fare. Then you will just write something like this, fare, and then you can create or you can get the mean. And this is how you calculate the average fare of the person who didn't survive. Clear? Yes or no? Everyone has to answer this. Yes or no? Very good. Very good. This was easy because you wanted only one fair column. But let's say you want the average age as well. I want for the people who survived, right? Or who people who didn't survive, I want average age, average fare, average sibling, average passenger class. So in that case, what you will do? Are you going to do it repeatedly? Are we going to do the thing repeatedly? So now the question is, what if I want the average of columns of all other columns for the people who survived, for the people who survived, right? People who survived, right? Will you do it one by one? Will you do it one by one, or is there any way to do so, right? So, to answer your question, yes, there is a way, and that is called as group by. That is called as group by. And what is group by? Just write like this: df dot group by, df dot group by, and here you want to write survived. So survived, and you can just do dot mean, right? And you will get average of everything. So inside mean, you only want the mean of numerical column. Now if you see, for the person who didn't survive, for the person who survived, you got average of each of this column. But again, the question is, what is group by, right? What is group by? And this is very very important question. What is group by? But before understanding group by, we will understand with industry use case. And for that, I have a text file. I have created a lot of data resembled with real industry use cases, right? So now what I'm going to do, I am going to give you more data. Don't type anything after this. You don't need to type anything after this. So use case 1, see it, just sit tight and see what I'm going to do. Use case 1, right, 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 right. So let's say we have a data of sales of a store, and the data looks like this, right? So sales of store, right? Sales of stores, right? A, B, C, something like that. These are the stores. Now, this is your data frame. Right? Very good. This is your data frame. Now, what I want total sales, right? Sales of store, right? What is the question? Question is total sales, total sales, total sales. See, not only total sales, total sales. Be very careful. Not only total sales for each store. Very important. If you wanted total sales, then you could have directly done df dot sales and then dot sum, something like that, right? You will get it. Or average, you do dot mean. That's not a problem. But now I want the sales of each of these store. Then for that, I will write one line of code. What I am going to write? See what I'm going to write. df dot group by, df dot group by, df dot group by, and here I will use store. I will use store, and then I will say, please add up sales column for each of these store and give me the value. So I will just do like this. See, for A, the sum is 750, B is 250, C is 750. Right, right, right. Again, this was just one example. Coming to another example. Example 2, use case 2. I will give you n number of examples. Right. This time, again, I have a data that I have created with different employee, different department, and different salary. So this is your department, right? This is your employee, and this is your salary, right? Right. Now again, with respect to each department, with respect to each each department, this time you want average salary, average salary. What you can do? Anyone, guys? Anyone? So df dot group by, right? Df dot group by, and then just put the department. So you want everything, right, with respect to department, the average salary. So department, and then you write salary. So you write salary and then again dot mean. So you just do like this. So for HR department, this is the average salary. For sales, this is the average salary. For tech, this is average salary. So HR people are very smart. They have kept their average salary above the sales team and below the tech team. Right, right, right. This is the understanding. Right, right. Vaidik is asking, what if we didn't give sales sum? So here, if you just don't give sum, so let's see it. What happens? See here, it will just throw an error. See here. Now you just put it, you will get the average. Right. Okay. So this df has been now changed. So this will be there. Right. So I will just remove this. Okay. This will not throw an error. This will just show you group by object. Anyway, I will be coming to this. Not a problem. But this is the understanding. Right. So this is your use case too. Right. Right. Should I give you guys more example? Right. I will talk about group by. I haven't discussed the group by yet. I'm just giving you an intuition what is actually happening in group by. Right. Right. Let me give you one more basic example that I usually give in every class. So let's say we have classroom data. Class is 10A, 10B, 10C, right? Subject is this math, English, and then you have a score. Now, with respect to each of the class, right, right, you have to calculate the average score. Can you do so? Right, with respect to each class, with respect to each class, calculate average score. Calculate average score. Right. How will you calculate? df dot group by. See it carefully. df dot group by. Again, what you will do? Simple. So here, let's say I will just say class. Right. With respect to each class, I want the score. So I will just write score, score. And this time I want the average score dot mean. So if you see here, class 10A has 87, 10B 80%, 10C 90 is the average score. Not percentage, this is the score. 10C is the highest. Right, right. But guys, think it. Does this make sense? For each class, what is the average score? Will it make sense? Or it will make more sense with respect to each of the class? What is the average score in each of the subject? Are you understanding this point? It is fine. Class average score. It is informative that maybe class 10 students are very bright, but not that much informative as if you write with respect to each class, calculate average score in each subject, in each subject, in each subject, in each subject. Now in this case, what I will do, I will again do the same group by, but this time I will use one more thing, that is subject. So this time I will be using subject. So I will just put it like this, subject. So I will just get this subject and see here. Fun, magic. So class 10A, the average score is English is 90, average score of math is 85. 10B, English average score is 82, math is 78. Now you will be having a lot of information. Right? Should I raise the bar? Again, guys, I have been repeating this. I have not talked about what is the meaning of group by. Don't worry. Right, right. I will talk about what is group by. Just see what is happening. Now I am raising the bar. I am raising the bar. I don't know how many of you will be able to do this, but let's say I have this data again. So this is your DF, customer age purchase amount. Now my question is, based on based on different age groups, different age groups, see it carefully, I am just writing different age groups, I am saying different age groups, read it 4 5 times, different age groups, calculate, calculate, right, right, average purchase amount. This is not a straightforward question. This is mix of two different concepts and a little bit of sentence twister, or word twister. Based on different age groups, calculate average purchase amount. Right, right, right. Think it, everyone, and then answer me. You guys have to answer this. Asutosh says we have to create age group column. Very good question. Just think it. What do you think? Right, 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 right. Vadik, you are not in the right direction. Based on different age groups, I have been mentioning, I have been repeating this. Right, right. Asutosh is correct. So you have to create a label bin. Right. How you create it is on you. Please try to do it now. This is enough of hints. Please try it out, guys. Just write the pseudo code, Tanya. No need to write exact code. No need to write exact code. No one is able to write just a simple pseudo code, 2 3 lines. Okay, so enough of the time I have given. Right, right, right. Enough time I have given. So let's try it out, guys, again. Right, right. The question was very simple, guys, based on different age group. So let's try to create an age group. So how to create an age group? Already I have discussed in the last class. So let's say you have to define first beans. Beans value, you can just write maybe 20, 30, 40, 50. Then you have to write labels, right? Labels, labels, labels. Then you can just write here, maybe I will just write 20 to 30. This is the label. Then I can just write uh, maybe 30 to 40. And then I can just write 40 to 50. So I will just write another label 40 to 50. 40 to 50. Now see, this is your beans and label. Then PD dot, what function to be used? To create a bin, pd dot, yesterday I had discussed pd dot cut. Then pd dot cut, what you will cut? You will cut the age column. So the moment you do cut the age column and just write beans is equals to beans, right? And then labels is equals to labels, labels is equals to labels. And you don't want write values to be included, then right equals to false, right equals to false, right is equals to false, right? and this will bring you, this will make you df age group. So this will give you age group. So this is how you got age group. Now this is your age group. Now if you see, this is your age group. Now with respect to each age group, calculate the average purchase amount. Now what you can do, this is something that you can now easily do. Df.group by age group, right? Age group, age group, right? Age group. So df.age group, so group, and then what you want, average purchase amount, purchase amount, purchase amount. You want purchase amount, and then you just sum it up. So purchase amount dot sum, and this is how you got this value. Is it clear, guys? Everyone, yes or no? Right, right. Enough of examples, right? Very good, very good, right? Very good. Now, guys, I am moving ahead to explain what is GroupBy. So till now, whatever you have seen, just it was to give you guys a flavor that there is something exist that is GroupBy. But what is GroupBy? So let's try to understand this with this particular example. So here we have total sales for each of the store, right? So what I am going to do, I will just, yes, keep like this, right? Hopefully it is visible for everyone. So here you have data A 200, B 150, A 300, B 300, A 250, C 400, C 350. Very good. Now the question was total sale for each store, right? So now how it will happen? So basically you will be using group by. And what does group by do? So the moment you write group by store, right? The moment you write group by store, then what will happen, guys? Right, right, right. So let's say this is your data. This is your data. Fine. Now, since we have written group by, this will be segregated into different groups first. It will split. So A 200 done, A 300 done, and then A 250 done. Similarly, now B 150, so B 150, B 100, B 100. That's it. Now, last thing, C is 350 done. C is 400 done. So, what is the first step? This split has happened. After the split, this will be aggregated. So now you will aggregate this 3 to 5, 2.5, that is 750. So this will become 750. This is the sum. This will be 100, 150, 250, and this 750. And now the final data frame, the result will be with respect to A, with respect to A, it is 750. With respect to B is 250. With respect to C is 750. And that's what you see the result A 750, 250, and 750. This is how the group by works. If it is more than one column, then what will happen? So let's say A is there. Now inside this A, again, different segregation will happen. So first, easy, it's very easy. So let's say A is there. Inside this A, again, then let's say A dash, A double dash, A triple dash. And then this sum will happen. Then this sum will happen for more than one column. This is how the group by works. To explain it in a more better way, just Google it out. Pandas group by. Pandas group by. And if you just Google it out, you will get a very beautiful image, that is this one. So input, split, then you apply the sum value or average value, then you combine. This is the understanding. I will just put this here. So this is the understanding of group by. Is it clear, everyone? Yes or no? Is it clear, everyone? Yes or no? Quickly. Right. Right. Now, guys, for any time in your life, ever, ever, will you get confused? Or if you get this type of problem, will you be able to solve it or not? Right. Very good. Right. Now let's raise the bar. Now we are going to raise the bar more. This was about understanding. Now we are going to make it things more tougher, more and more tougher. So again, I will copy this data frame. This is our data frame, right? Right, right, right. This is our data frame, right, right, right. Now let's raise the bar. So this is your data frame, right, right. Now let's say if I want to do group by with respect to sex is male and female. I want to create groups based on sex column. So what I will do? Df dot, see here, df dot group by, df dot group by, and I will just write sex column. Right? Very good, not a problem. But what does it actually create? Right? That is something that is asked by Vedic. So this is called as group by object. See here, group by object. So what is there in this group by object? This is very interesting. This is very interesting. Right. Right. Explanation of group by. Explanation of group by. Group by. So I'll write one thing. Okay, done. This is done. Uh, Group by explanation. Group by explanation. Explanation after examples. Very good. So now, what is this group by object? This is very interesting, to be honest. Very interesting. So if you see type also, it will give you the same result. So if you just see type, so let's see type. So here if you see pandas, core, group by, generic, data frame, group by. So this is actually a group by object. But what is the meaning of this group by object? So basically, there was one step here, input, split, based on the common values. So id x was there, xx, yy, zz, all the common values in different groups. So group by object is nothing but this is something till this step. So the groups are created. So it creates group by object, it creates group by object, and this group by object contains this group by object contains, see very carefully, this group by object contains all the segregated groups, let's say segregated groups. That's it. But you will ask me, Ajay, can you prove this point? Yes, I can prove this point. How? I will just copy this df.group by sex, see it carefully. I will name it G. So this is a group by object G, see it carefully. G. And then I am going to do G dot mean. See what will happen. Okay, this will throw an error most probably, right? This I knew. G dot mean of which column? So maybe let's say age column. So this you have to do this. So G dot is. So you want to calculate the average age with respect to female or male, something like that. So here you get everything, but this is the understanding, right? So here at this step, aggregation is happening. Aggregation is happening, right? So what is the meaning of this? This is different group by objects in it, right? You have different group by objects in it, right? Right. Stored, and now whenever you want something, you can just do like this. Not only mean, you can also have g dot standard deviation. So just write g dot standard deviation, right? Something like this, age, right? Let's say age, something like that. Okay, what is happening here? G dot standard deviation. Mm-hmm. Okay, z dot standard deviation, maybe. Okay, with this group by object, what I'm going to, I will just copy this again, and then this c g standard deviation is, it works or not. So maybe is not working, maybe fair. I will take fair. Okay, this is I guess not working, standard deviation is not working, but anyway. So this is the way you understand, and this is the proof that if you are calculating this is your group by object, and you want to apply some aggregation, so this is how you aggregate. Why the other standard deviation max mean is not working? Maybe there should be some issue of denominator or something like that. So let's say maybe g dot max, let's say g dot max, yes, this is working, right? Right. So maybe I will just use now other column, g dot of max of max of fair, let's say fair. So does it work? Yes, this is working. So basically in standard deviation there might be some division problem, I didn't saw the error, but this is the way it works, right? Right. Is it clear, everyone? Yes or no? Right. Vedic says without aggregation, no. First you have group by, then you do aggregation. That's it. That's it. Right. That's it. Right. Anyone has any questions? So now did you guys understood group by in a detailed way? Right. Right. So do I should I do one more thing? So let's say G is there, right? One very important thing. Can I show you all the groups? The answer is yes. I can show you that as well. G dot groups. Just do G dot groups. See, these are the different groups. So here you have female, and here it has male. So again, this is proved that this is having all the groups. See, and whenever you do max or minimum or something like that, it is the just the maximum of this array or sum of this array or minimum of this array. That's it. Is the concept now crystal clear? What happens in the group by, right? This is the best example I can give you guys, right? Is it clear? Yes or no? Quickly, right? Right. Right. Not only this, right? You can also have, let's say, g dot describe, right? Right. Let's see it. Yes. For all the numerical columns, you can also have everything, mean, standard deviation, something like that. Actually, this I will be teaching in another format, in another way, but this is the understanding. Not only this, let's say this is G, this is a graph object. You want to see random two sample, right? Can you show sample? Can I see this? Yes. See, you can see two random sample of each class. See, female, and male. So two random sample of each sex. You can also do that. This is interesting. Can I play with more? So let's say you want to see an unique. You can do this as well. See here. For female, these are the unique values. Whatever you can do statistically, you can do that. Right? 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 Is it clear? Yes or no? Is it clear, everyone? Very important, but very, very easy to understand if you start understanding in this way. This is a group by object. See, this is how the group looks like. And now you do anything with this group, because at the end of the day, here all things are list. Right. Now, answer me one very simple question. In this female, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9. What is this? Can anyone answer this? Is this some value or something else? Answer me. Right, 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 right. So these are actually indexes. Right, right. These are the indexes. Right, right, right. Now, so I will just write it. These are these are indexes. These are indexes. Right. These are indexes. Right. Now, guys, moving ahead. So we have seen this. Right. Right. Now, let's say, right, we have seen this. Right. Now, I will just first, okay, I will give you some few more things. Right. I will give you more things. Right. 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 Guys, let's take 2 3 minutes or 5 minutes of break. Then I will just come back again. So let's take some break and then I will again come back. Okay. Is it fine for you guys, everyone? Right. Mm-hmm. Right. So we'll just take it. Uh, 10 minutes timer. Why I'm taking 10 minutes? Because I'll take the 10 minutes timer and then we'll again come back. So this and Should we start now, guys? Everyone? Yes or no? Everyone, yes or no? Should we start quickly? Basically, what happened? Why I took a break in yesterday's recording, right? So basically, in yesterday's recording, I am in a call and the recording has not stopped, and I have uploaded that recording. So one of the student was watching the recording. He messaged me, just remove that video. So Pandas 3 video will not be there as of now on the dashboard, but I will just upload it again. So no need to worry about that. I have another video. I will upload it again. Right, right. So how many of you had watched yesterday's Pandas video recording? Did you found any extra noise? So I was on a call and I was scolding someone. But anyway, so let's move ahead, guys. Now, so we have this G, right, right, right. Fine. So we have this G, right? So yeah, so we have this G dot unique, and now, right, we have to actually, right, right, we have to now, uh, what we have to do, we have to aggregate this, right, right, based on different column and different statistics, right? So what we can do, g dot aggregate, g dot aggregate, and then we can have different things, something like that. So for example, we want to aggregate, for example, we want to aggregate survived column. So let's say survived column with mean value. So survived column with mean value. So this is the mean value, right? Then maybe we want to aggregate, let's say, fair column, fair column with with fair column, something with uh, so survived actually max. Let's take max, and let's take the mean of this. So this way you can actually aggregate things, right? So now if you see it beautifully, we have now the survived and everything like this. So this is also you can do it. So this was one thing that I wanted to explain, right? You can in fact, for everything you can simply pass something like that, g dot aggregate, and then here maybe let's say, uh, you know uh, you pass a list, maybe mean, then we have max, something like that. Mean we have, then we have max, right? We have max, and then maybe let's say we have some average value, something like that, mean value, something standard deviation, right? Like this, right? The standard deviation, right? Something like that. But obviously standard deviation was having some problem. What is the problem? I don't think, okay, this is you cannot have a standard deviation of a string column. That's what it's the problem. So you have to pass some numerical value and something like that. But this is the understanding, right? Now guys, very good, not a problem so far, right? Right. Now we have done a lot of things, but now we are going to solve a lot of questions now. So this is going to be very interesting, and we are going to solve a lot of questions now. So let's start with the questions, right? Right. So we'll start with the questions first. So let's start with the first question that we are going to look at, right? Right. The first question is, right, first question is, right, find the average, find the average age of passengers who survived, who survived survived, and those who didn't. Simple question. Let's start with this very simple question, right? Right, right, right. Can we start with this quickly, guys? Find the average age of passenger who survived and who didn't survive. Quickly. Right, 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 right. Quickly, guys, you have to answer this. Everyone. Right, 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 right. Find the average age of passengers who survived and those who didn't. Very good. Many of you have written it in a correct way. Many of you have answered it correctly. So now I will just use df group by, and then here I will be like this. Survived this 0 and 1. Something like that. Right. But now the question is for each of the passenger class, then what you will do? Find the average age of passenger in each passenger class, in each P class. And in that case, what you will do? Everyone, right? Everyone, right? 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 Quickly, guys. Right, right, right. So here in this case, you can use both the function. Sada, you are wrong. Please be careful. I am asking find the average age of the passenger in each class who survived and who those no and those who didn't survive. It simply means you have to group by on two columns. Very good, Tanya. Keep it up. So here you can have something like this, right? Here something like this. So dot mean. So dot mean and like this. 0, 1, 2, like this. So this survived 0, passenger class 1, 2, 3, 1, passenger class 1, 2, 3. So far, so good, guys, everyone. Right, right, right. Now, this is very important question. Let me see how many of you can answer this. Right. Which class, which class has the highest proportion of survivors? This is the next question. Which class has the highest proportion of survivors? Right, right, right. That is the question. Quickly, guys, please do answer it quickly. Everyone, right, right. Calculate the proportion first and then get the passenger class. Asutosh, you are close. So let's see it. Which class has the highest proportion of survivors? So first of all, it is very clear that you have to group by based on survived column, passenger column, and then aggregate all the survived column. So what you will do? This dot mean. This is the first thing that you understand. Oh my god, survived column. So here survived column is there. S should be capital. Survived column. So dot mean. This is the first thing. Now, guys, this is very very interesting, right? What I have asked the question. I have asked that which has the highest proportion. Now, how will you get the highest proportion from this, guys? Everyone, right? How will you get the highest proportion from this? Right. Very good. There are multiple ways. Right. Dot head, dot max, whatever you want to use, you guys can use that. One more thing is that index maximum, IDX max. You can do that as well. But anyway, now guys, moving ahead, there's one more question. And this time I'm not giving you the straightforward question, right? This you have to understand which port embarked had the highest survival rate. So if you see here, we have a column called embarked. So this is your data frame, and here you have embarked. Now the question is, which port, that is embarked means port from where the people started traveling, had the highest surviving rate, highest survival rate? This is the question. And industry, this is the way the question will be asked. No, the not the first way that we have seen, right? What is the average age of passenger who survived? No, that is fine, that everyone can find out. This is the question: which port had the highest survival rate, where you need to understand the data as well. Anyone, quickly, you guys have to answer this. Then again I will raise the bar. Again I will raise the bar. Why are you using pivot table, weapon? Why? Right, right. Other people, please go ahead. Right, right, right. Highest survival rate, guys, highest survival rate. Right. There is rate. Always be careful. If rate column is there, just calculate the average. No sum, no max. That is the first thing. Here it was also rate. Sorry, proportion. Proportion. Proportion means fraction. And fraction is nothing but average. Proportion and rate means you have to aggregate average. Aggregate average. Something like that. Right. So which port has the highest survival rate? Right. DF.GroupBy, embarked, survived. Very good. Close. Right. Very simple, guys. You have to just group by on embarked to get the mean value. Right. So here you can simply write something like this, and you will get df.groupby survived. So survived. Right. So survived column is there. Correct. Yes. Survived is capital. Embarked is small. And then you will have to just do like this. Oh, embarked column name. What has happened to column name? Embarked. So that's the understanding. Is it clear, everyone? Now, this is very, very interesting question. And this you guys have to do. Right? Right. This question I have asked in many of the interviews, right? And many, so basically what have happened, I have written this question in my one notes, right? So whenever I sit for interview, I just refer to those notes to ask question. What is the average fare paid by male and female passengers who survived, grouped by class? This is the question. And actually, I want someone who wants to unmute themselves to answer this. Right. First of all, write the code. Right. 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 First of all, please do write the code. Right. Then you have to answer, what is the average fare paid by male and female passengers who survived, grouped by the class? Quickly. Right. This is very interesting. Right. 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 This is very interesting. Anyone is solving it? Anyone? Right. Right. Guys, we are at the ultimate level of depth. We are covering with a lot of depth. I am going to solve one more data set. So don't worry. Right. There's one more data set that we are going to look at, right? Right. Right. What is the average fare paid by male and female passengers who survived, grouped by class? That is the question. This is very, very important. Vipan sir has written it correctly. Very good, Vipan sir. What about other people? Right. Now, anyone who has solved this wants to get themselves unmuted to discuss few things. Vipan sir, you want to get yourself unmuted quickly, right? Anyone? I just want to give you a flavor. If I am asking in the interview, how would I ask? Anyone? Anyone wants to unmute themselves? No one? Guys, show some courage. I'm not going to eat you up, right? I'm not going to eat you up, right? Right. Anyway, no one is okay. One pending request. Someone has raised the hand or what? So let me check it. Uh, okay. Jyoti is saying, Jyoti, you let it be. Maybe someone else. Survi. Okay, Survi. I will not entertain today Jyoti. Jyoti will be angry. Why not, sir? I want to be unmuted. But anyway. Hi, Survi. Hi, Survi. Can you please speak up? Right. Can you please speak up?
Hello, sir. I am audible.
Yes, yes, you are audible. Very good. So, if you see, Vipan sir has written this code, right? df.groupby sex survived and p class mean, right? Vipan sir has written this code, right? Answer me a very simple question, right? Is this code or one code that written by Sajil? That is this code. First of all, how I will move ahead in interview, I will ask first this question, and if someone answers me, then I will start following up or putting up follow-up questions, right? Now answer me, which one of this is optimal? This I am asking. Which one of this code or this code is optimal, and why?
Sir, according to me, Sajil code is fine because you have asked in the question that the persons who have survived on the basis of class we have group by, and then the persons who have survived after that we have to calculate fare of male and female.
Very good. 100 out of 100. Now the question is, why this is optimal? Why? See,
Sir, because
uh, first of all, Vipan sir code is not wrong. It is also correct, right? It is just that here we have one. See here, this is something happening for this one class is there. But why this code is more optimal, more better as compared to Vipan sir's code?
sir, according to me, you have asked that we have to group by class, uh, and then we have to calculate the persons who have survived, and then we have to calculate the fare of male and female. Sir,
Mhm.
according to my layman thinking, because I was unaware about group by, just came to know from you. तो I think मुझे तो साजिल का कोड ज्यादा बेटर लगा, easy
Okay.
to understand.
No, easy to understand is fine. And
Yeah.
like computationally good. So I have to speak in English because there are few people in UK they don't understand Hindi. Sorry for that. But yeah,
Okay. Okay.
here try to understand this very simple thing. The same result, if you see it carefully, the same result is here as well. See, 105 is there. So here, if you see 105, right? So here 105 is there. Then we have 74 in male. See, in male 74, it must be there. See 74. Already we have the required thing. But why this is optimal? Actually, Sada has answered in the chat. Very good, Sada. Right? Right. So Surbi, what is happening here? How does group by work? If you remember, this is the way group by works, right? So input is split, then you apply the sum. So basically, while splitting, whatever number of rows are there, it will be splitted. But the moment you first filter and then do group by, then things becomes more optimized. Why? Because you have already made the data half or reduced the data by half or whatever number of percentage is there. You have actually filtered. It means you have reduced the number of rows to split. Are you getting this? Yes or
Yes,
no?
yes. Now
Everyone?
understood. Now clear.
Very good. Very good. So this method is more optimized as the data frame is filtered first and then group by. Clear? Yes or no, guys? Right? This is, guys, ultimate level of depth. If someone has to ask this type of question in group by, and if he or she doesn't want to take a candidate, I will ask this type of question. And believe me, 5 out of 10, 6 out of 10 candidate will not be able to answer this. Is it clear, everyone, now? Right? Everyone? Yes or no? Right? Right. Should I move ahead? Are you guys having nice time? Should I raise the bar? Right? This time I am expecting from everyone. Right? Adaneska, Adeline, you guys have to answer this. Right? I am now raising the bar. Right? RTV. Very good, Sajil. Raise the bar. Right? This is my favorite question in the interview. Find the number of missing values. Right? Find the number of missing values of each column after grouping by sex. Right? Right. This is the next question. Right? Right? Right. Next question in advance. Where do you solve, Vipan sir? Next question. No question as you have solved here. Next question I have asked now only. Find the number of missing values for each column after grouping by sex. You have to answer, guys. This is very interesting. How will you get the missing value after group by with respect to sex column? Atanaska, you have to answer this. Adeline, you have to answer this. If Ada is in the class, you have to answer. Jyoti, this is your turn. You have to answer this. Sukhi, right, right, right. Everyone has to answer this, right? Quickly, right, right. Anyone doing it? Quickly, guys. Right, right. Oh, no one is answering. Guys, I will just jump over the building. I will jump over my building if you guys don't answer it. Right, right. Okay, Asutosh says half more minute. Please take 1 minute. I don't have that much problem. Just take your time. But you guys have to answer this. Yes, you can use lambda. Okay, guys. So let's start, guys. Let's start. Now I will discuss it. So Adeline has written some code, right? Asutosh has written the some code. Actually, Asutosh's code is 100% correct. I was expecting this. Very good, Asutosh. Keep it up. Right. Right. Keep it up. So this is actually, right, this will actually give you, right, a concept of both the thing, right, apply as well and this lambda as well. So obviously this will be some values, there is null, but this is the understanding. So now in each of the sets you can understand how many null values are there, right, with respect to each column. Is it clear? Right. So how, Asutosh, you were able to do it in on your own? Jyoti, you were able to do it on your own? Because this is the toughest question generally I do ask, right? If you have not taken any internet help or chat gpt help, then you guys have reached to a level that you can apply for very very good companies. Please guys, go ahead and apply to fang, my company, big four, wherever you want, right? Right. Right. Now, right, Asutosh says it was fourth try, very good. Now, last two question. This is your internal homework, right? Internal homework, internal homework, right? Please try to do these two questions. I will just put it, right, right. Identify the age group with the highest survival rate in each class. So this will be your first question, right? This will be your first question, right? I will give you the solution. While you will see the notebook, you will get the solution. Let me give you another question as well, right? So this is your second question and this is your third question. Don't undermine these questions. These questions are little trickier than you understand. Is it clear, everyone? So far so good, right? Right, everyone? So far so good, guys. So how are you feeling now? Comfortable? Everyone is comfortable with, right, right, everyone is comfortable now with group by, right, right, yes or no? Everyone, everyone is comfortable? Do you think, guys, we should have more practice? Right, we can have more practice if you guys want, right, 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 right. This notebook will be available, Asutosh, on the dashboard, right? But anyway, I will just, what I have done, yeah, I will copy paste again, so don't worry about that, right? I will copy paste, but this will be available on your dashboard as well. So I have copied pasted the questions. Please try to do it at a later stage. Now, as many of you are saying, we need more practice. Fine, I will give you the questions. Right, right. I will give you the questions. You should not worry about that. But for questions, some questions in the class, I can just make you solve one more data frame because anyway, I had promised you at least two data set will be solved. So what I can do, downloads. There was IMDb dataset. Do you remember, guys? IMDb dataset. Yes. No. Yeah, this was your data set, right? This was the data set that we were looking at, that I had downloaded from somewhere, right? Right. So let's try to solve this, right? So let's try to solve this IMDb top 100. So this is a CSV file. So rename, right? Not rename, I'll just copy this. So again, group by on other data set, group by on IMDb dataset. This is again, I am going to give you a lot of many questions again. So pd dot read CSV, and then I will just put like this. So this is your dataset dot CSV. So top 1000 movies dataset, and this is your movies. So I'll just name it as movies, right? So this is your data frame. So everyone is has uploaded this data set already. We have seen in the first class. If you want, I can just send you the data set again. So let me send the data set again so that you know there is no any sending option, guys. Yes, send an emoji option is there. Sending file option, I'm not getting it. Okay, I'm not getting the sending file options, right? But whoever had seen in the first class, I had shown you a GitHub link from where you could have downloaded this data set, right? Just search it. Maybe you will get this Kaggle link or something like that, right? Here, IMDb top 1000, right? Right. Uh, Shawshank Redemption, something like this. Yes, this is the data set that you can take, right? Not a problem, right? So you can just download this data set, right? Whatever it is. So please do download. I don't remember the link. Vipan sir, that was the link, original link. So then I will just copy paste and then put this link here as well, right? So that at a later stage, right? But anyway, so this is your data set. Now, first question, right? Right. Right. We have one column called genre. Group by genre. Let's say I want to group by genre. So movies dot group by genre. So I will just group by genre column. So genre column, GENRE. So this is your group by genre column. This is your group by object. G is equals to this. Find this is your group by object. Now you want to calculate the mean value of each of the column. So it will throw an error because obviously there will be some string column, right? Could not convert this to string. So maybe what I can do, numeric only equals to true. Numeric only equals to true. So this is something happening, in the recent versions of pandas. So here, if you remember, I had done g dot standard deviation, so you can do that as well. So here, g dot std standard deviation, you will get numerical only equals to true. See, for each of the column you got the standard deviation, and this you got the average value, right? Clear so far? Now guys, I have a question. So I have a question now, right? This is going to be fun, right? Find the genre. So here we have the column, right? I will just make a df. So this is the df dot sample. So guys, this is for practice. Df dot sample 1. So find the genre, right? Find the genre, right? Right. Right. Which had right, uh movies.sample. Sorry guys, movies.sample. And one more thing, movies.dtypes. Let me check the data types, because that is going to be a tough thing. Okay, there are object, I'm deviating, right? Very good. Gross is object. Why the gross is object? Okay, that is the comma. That's a problem actually. So I would have taken a more prepared data. List IMDb over film director. But anyway, not a problem. So let's say find the genre with 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 highest IMDb rating. Let's say find the genre, or let's say find the top three genre with highest highest rating, IMDb rating. So this is the first question with the highest IMDb rating, right? Right. Right. Then next question: find the director with with highest popularity, 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 popularity. Now, highest popularity means based on number of votes, based on number of votes, right? This is the next question, right? Right. Right. Find the find the right, right. Find the highest highest rated movie of each genre. Each genre. This is the third question. right? What can be other questions? Hmm. Okay, this is very easy but very important. Find the number of movies, number of movies done by each actor. Find the number of movies done by each actor. This is something very easy but very interesting. Right, right, right. Another question. Maybe let's I will ask another question. Find the right action genre group. Action genre group. This is also very interesting. Let me see how many of you guys can do this. But very interesting questions. You cannot deny that these are not interesting questions, right? Right. So, how many of you guys are doing, guys? First question: find the top three genre with highest IMDb rating. Right. Sajil has done, Pius has done, Sada has done. Very good. You guys are smart, very smart. So the first is done. Right. Other second, start doing, guys. Uh, everyone. Second one, find the director with the highest popularity. Everyone, please. Find the director with highest popularity. Everyone has to do it, guys. Quickly, please do it. Right, right. Piyush says, sir, in first question, you tell the highest. See, IMDb rating is, this is just a rating, right? So you can just sum it over all the genre. But if you just want, you can just do the, uh, you know, uh, max as well. Not a problem, right? Sajil says group by director, number of votes max. This seems right. Good. So I can just write like this. So director with the highest popularity, right? Group by director, number of votes. What is happening here? Director, isn't it their director, guys? df dot columns, df dot columns. So we have passenger ID, name, sex, ticket, fare, cable. Array yaar, movies. It should be movies. Movies dot group by. So this is something like this, right? So df dot columns. Remove this. So number of votes max is this value. Is it correct, everyone? Right? Is it correct? I don't think this is correct, guys. See here. This is not the highest. This one is the highest. Please try to do this, everyone, based on highest number of votes. Right? Just do sum. It will give you the result. Dot sum. Dot sum. Dot sum. So this is the value. But now you want the highest. What you can do? Dot sort values. So values, dot sort values, and then you can do ascending is equals to false, and then you want the first value. So head equals to one. So yes. So these are the people. Let's say I don't know why we have 4 5 names. Let it be. I don't know. but this is your Christopher Nolan with this much of values. Okay, head 1 I haven't written, so head 1. So this is how you got Christopher Nolan. Now find the highest rated movies of each genre, right? This is easy, guys. This is easy. You could have done if you, even if you close your eyes and do this, you will be able to do this. Simple, right? Find the number of movies done by each actor, everyone, right? Right. Find the number of movies done by each actor. Quickly, guys. Right. 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 Maybe this time, right, you can use star one. Star one is the actor, let's say. Find the number of movies done by each actor. So now, on what column you will do the group by? Quickly, guys, everyone. On what column you will do group by? On what column you will do group by? Very good, Survi. Very good, Sada. Right. Now, this time you can just do count and you will get the result. Simple. You could have also used value counts, but this is something that you can do. Right. 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 Now, last, find the action genre group. So now let's say you have group by. So let's say movies dot group by. So genre. You know that this will create an object. This is an object. Let's say this is your group by G. G means group by object. So this is your G. Now already we have discussed, if you want to see how many groups are there, right? Or how many, different group values are there, everything you can check out. So for example, right, G, you want, let's say, to see how many in each of these groups there are some unique values. So G dot, let's say, maybe n unique, n unique. How many unique groups are there? G dot n unique. So here, if you see, these are some unique values. Okay, so it should be number. I don't know why it is coming like this. So okay, G might be like this. Let's do it. Just length of this G. Let's see, length of this G, 202. So there are 202 genre. No, that's going to be wrong. Mhm. Right. I want to see what are the unique genres. So there is a one way to do it. Oh, there is some issue with this. So, but see, there is one way to re-verify. Genre dot unique dot and unique and unique. So if you just do this, okay, this is correct. So basically here, if you get length of genre, then you will get 202. And if you just do it, right, this also you are getting 202. It means you are correct. And there are 202 unique genre. Obviously it is very much big. I didn't had expected this, but let's say that's why you got so many big values. 202, something like that. See, 202, that is how you got the value, right? Right. Now the question was, let's say you want to have, find the action genre group. How you can find the action genre group? So let's say here we have G dot get. So let's say G dot get groups. So you can just write whatever group you want. So let's say action, then you will get action. But let's say there are no any maybe action group, something like that. So maybe I want let's say genre. So I will just copy this to see what are the genres out there. So I will now copy this movies dot genre. So here movies dot genre, you have something like this. So let's say I will copy drama. Okay, now I understood why there are so many number of genre group, because this is separated by comma. Crime, drama, action, crime, drama, something like that. That's why, that's the problem. But anyway, now I will just put drama. So if I just put drama, so this is the index of the column where Index of the rows where the genre is drama, something like that. So this is the understanding, right? Sorry guys, this is the understanding. So how many rows? So 85 rows are there where you have drama column. See, genre, drama, 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 something like that. Is it clear, everyone? Yes or no? Right, 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 right. So this is how you actually do and play with group by. So I guess now I should stop with the group by. Okay, few more questions. So can we have loop on groups? Can you do loop on groups? That is the next question. Right, right, right. Can you do loop on groups? Right, right. So maybe I will just put a question here. Find the count of movies starting with, right, let's say starting with, right, right, a for each group. This is the question. This is very interesting question again, right, right. Please try to solve it, right. So we have this genre group. This is G. Now in this group by object, right, for each of the group, right, right, you want to find if a movie name starts with, right, A. That's the question. So movie name, if you see here, series title is there. Series title. So you have to find that. Can anyone try this? Right. Try it, guys. This is again, I have raised the bar. Right. So define, let's say define a function, define func, any name you write, right. In this you will having group, some group, right, and return. What you have to return, right? Very simple. You have to return the, no, group dot series title. So group dot series title dot str, and you say if it starts with start with starts with A. Simple. And let's say maybe, if it starts with wave, then you just need to sum it up. So you want to sum it up. Now what I can do, right, so find the count of movies starting with A for each group. So you have to sum up, right. So let's say when instead of count, write number of movies, right. It will give you a sense of sum up. Now what you will do, you will just now apply G dot apply, right. You will now apply it using and apply this with this function func. So now if you'll find string method object, no, starts with, so it should be starts with, not start with. So starts with. So now you will see that these are the counts, right, right. Is it clear, everyone? Yes or no? Is it clear? So far so good, right, right. Should I raise the bar? Should I raise more bar? Right, right. Should I raise the bar, guys? Right, right. But this you have to do it. I don't know how you will do it. So let's say here movies dot columns. This is very interesting. So poster link, we have released year, IMDb rating, meta score, director, number of votes. So now, right, find the find the ranking of each movie in each genre. Find the ranking of each movie in each genre as per IMDb rating. Very interesting question. I will solve it. Very interesting question. Right. IMDb rating. Again, this type of interview question. 90% of the time, the student will not be able to answer this. Right? Right. Find the ranking of each movie in each genre as per IMDb rating. Now, this you guys have to answer it. Right? 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 Anyone? Anyone wants to answer this quickly? Or you guys want some time? Right? 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 Asutosh says mind blank. So let's make the mind more blank. Now, find 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 the standard deviation. No, no, not let this. Uh, find the normalized IMDb rating. IMDb rating. IMDb rating group wise. Group wise. Normalization means x minus x mean divided by x mean minus x max. Now you guys have to solve this. Oh my god. This is interesting. Right. 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 I don't know how many of you will be able to solve this, but this is very, very interesting. Right. One more question. Let's say find all the groups with each combination of each combination of director and star one. So director and actor combo, director and actor combo. This is the next question that you should solve. Right. 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 Yes. No, Tanya, you don't need to run away. This is actually this type of problems can be asked. Right. Find the top 10 movies. Find the top 10 movies. Find the top 10 movies. 10 movies in terms of meta score. There is meta score. I don't know if it is and IMDb rating. And IMDb rating. What is it meta score? I don't remember. But let's say this type of questions can be asked. Right. So guys, will you try this in your homework? This, yes or no? Quickly, will you try this, or you guys will just ignore? What do you think, guys? This is worth trying, right? Right. Very good. Very good. Very good. Right. Right. Should I move ahead now, guys? Enough of group by questions, right? Yes, yes or no? Everyone has to say yes or no quickly. Okay, no one is responding. So are you guys solving it now, or you guys can solve it later? Should I move ahead? I will give you guys the solution, so don't worry about that. Don't solve it now, guys. Enough of things I have already given you. Right, right, right. So let's try to do it some other things now. So the next thing we are going to look at is null value treatment. So this is also very important. Null value treatment. So let's say we will start with this, right? Null value treatment. So we have a data set pd.read csv, right? Read csv. Then we have taxonomy.csv. So this is a data frame. So I'll just use it df1. So this is a df1, right? And now if you see it carefully, there are some null values. So df1 dot is na dot sum. So here you have some null values, right? Right. This is some null values, right? Now what I am going to do, right? Right. Now I am going to find how many null values are there. So already we have done. Now I want to deal with this null value. Right. So first of all, if you want to deal the null value, right, right, among rows, what you have to do it. So first of all, I will show you how many rows are there. So there are 891 rows. Now what I'm going to do, df1 dot drop na. By default, it will drop the null values from the rows. So first thing, why null value treatment is important? Because later stage, right, in machine learning you will try to understand that, right, machine learning means learning of pattern, right? And if you have null values, model will not learn anything, and that's why you have to drop the null values. So drop the null values from the rows. So how can you drop? So df1, right, so here it should be df1. So df1 dot save 290 df1. So if you now see, it is 279. Why? Because 11 number of rows were there which got dropped. So 279 rows plus 11, that becomes 290. But if you want to drop column wise, drop column wise, drop column wise, column wise, so you can just do it very simple. df1 dot drop na, and just write axis equals to 1. So now if you see two columns had null value, right, then you have dropped in that way, right, right. So if you want to drop for any one column, you can do that as well. So let's say if you want to drop, right, in a column something like this. So let's say you have a column, maybe name, and you want to drop all the null values of this column, then you can just write drop na axis equals to 0. Axis equals to 0. So dropping null values for one column. So you can do this as well for one column, right? Right. This is the understanding. But generally, what happens, you don't drop the whole column until and unless the null values are more than 30-40%. So, what do? So, you do the imputation of missing value, right? Right. What is imputation of missing value? You replace the null value with some other value like mean, median, mod, something like that, right? Right. So here now let's see how to fill the missing value with some other value. So imputation of missing value, right? Imputation of missing value. So for numeric data, we will replace the missing value with mean and median, right? Right. Now, what is understanding when to use mean and when to use median? You don't need to worry about that. But simple, if outlier treatment is done, right? Done. Then replace missing value with mean, otherwise median. If it is categorical data categorical data, then you replace the missing value with mod. And you can also replace missing value, imputing missing value with with right some constant like 0 -1, right, something like that. There are other ways also. You don't need to worry about that. We are going to discuss this missing value imputation again when we will start with machine learning. It is just that this is a part of pandas to know how to impute some value. So for that I am just teaching you. So now here I can just simply write df1 dot fill na, and you can just write, let's say if you want to fill na with some value, any value, it doesn't matter. So here you will get some value. See, na becomes some value. If you want to impute with 0, so just do fill na and then just impute with 0. See here, you can do that as well, right? Done. So it will be imputed with 0, right? Now, to replace with mean and median, I have one data set, right? Uh, Normal data set. This is your some values A and B, and we have NaN, something like that. Now I want to replace the missing value in A with the median of A. How can I do that? Very simple. So df2 dot fill na, and then I will just write df2 here a dot mean. So just do like this. Now the missing value will be imputed by the mean of the column. So this nan has been replaced by 5.75 because this is the way you impute the mean. So fill na is the command, and now whatever you want to fill, be it mean, be it median, be it whatever you want to, right? Right. So this is the understanding. Now, if you want to impute the missing value with median, right? So you can do that as well. So dot median, right? So you will impute this missing value with median. See. If you want to impute with 0, you can also do again. Just remove everything and impute this with 0. Now, you must be thinking, Ajay, you are teaching everything in depth. Why not fill NA? You are not talking something, in depth or high level, high order thinking. Don't worry, guys. Right? Because this missing value treatment, we will be seeing once again. It is just that you are understanding the panda syntax and nothing else. Right? Right. Now let's say if you want to fill na with some other things, right, so here let's say fill na something, right, something, right, something. So if you just do something, then see here something also you can just get it. In fact, whole data frame also you can use fill na. See, something, this is a null value, right? Right. One more way of imputation is f fill and b fill. So this is something also you can look at. b fill b fill and f fill for time series data. This is for time series data. What is time series data? We will talk about that, not a problem, right? Time series data, right, right, right. So now what is b fill and f fill? Right. So now let's say df2, this is df2. Now I want to fill na. df2 dot fill na. So df2 dot fill na, and now I will write method is equals to ffill. Ffill simply means forward fill. Now how to understand this? I will write a comment. Very easy. Forward fill. Start seeing, start seeing from the from the bottom of data frame, and fill with the next value observed. Very simple. So start seeing from the bottom the data 19, 18. So something is there that is missing value. Apart from above that, that is 16. So here the imputed value will be 16. See, okay, I haven't executed this. So let's say this. Now see, 19, 18. Here it was null value. The next observed value was 16. So that's how it is imputed 16. So this is the understanding. Again, similar to that, move on the top. Next is something. Next is 13. So 13 will be imputed here. And that's how 13 is 2 times. Similarly, you have B fill. Now, what does this B fill do? df2 dot fill na. And then I will just write method is equals to B fill. B fill. Now, how are to write here? This is called as backward fill. Backward, backward fill. Right. See from the top, and fill with the next observed value. Next observed value. Now, what is the meaning of this? What is the meaning of this? Start seeing from the top. The first was NaN. See here. So next observed value is 11. So 11 is here. Simple. So here, let's say NaN was there. Next observed value is 15. So here, you see 15 is imputed. So this is the understanding. Is it clear, everyone? Yes or no? Everyone. So far, so good. Quickly, guys. Right, right, right. Now, guys, moving ahead. So let's say if you want to calculate the average value, how can you do? df2 dot mean. Just do this. You will get the average value of all the columns. If you want to calculate the standard deviation, df2 dot standard deviation. Now, if you want to calculate df2 dot max, each column max value you will get. Remember, this will be only for the numerical columns, right? If you want to check, right, df2 dot standard deviation, you can, okay, already we have done variance. Let's see the variance also you will be able to find, right, right. If you want to check median value, df2 dot median, so you can check the median value as well, median value as well. That's the understanding, right, right, right. Is it clear, everyone? Yes or no? Say it. Moving ahead. One more thing, last thing in this series, df2 dot duplicate. df2 dot duplicate. So checking the duplicate values. Checking duplicate values. Duplicate values. Duplicate values. Duplicate values. Now df2 dot duplicated dot sum. This is something you find the duplicate values. There are no any duplicate values, that's why you got 0. But let's say if you have duplicate values, df2 dot drop duplicates. Just do drop duplicates, and here you will find that the duplicates will be dropped, right? So this is the understanding. Hope I am able to make you understand everything, right, right. Is it clear, everyone? Anyone has any questions to ask? Right. Anyone has any questions to ask so far? Now I will move ahead. Right. Right. I will move ahead with other things. So basically, we will start with now with the date time of the pandas. So guys, I am thinking to start with the date time in pandas and the time series in the next class. So because next class is on Wednesday. So Wednesday, that will be the fifth part of pandas, right? And that will be the last one. So Wednesday there will be a class, so that our regular schedule is not disturbed. On the regular schedule, matplotlib and cborn will be there. Okay, I will just rechange it, right? So this will be Pandas fifth. I will start in the next class. So for today, I guess I will just pause. That would be enough for today's class, because see, I have actually given you a lot of things, lot of questions. Please do practice now as much as you can, right? So now we have enough of time now. If you guys have any doubts, we will start with the doubts. So first of all, that would be all for this class. I will stop the recording and then we will move ahead slowly. So that would be all for this class. I will stop the recording. So I've just stopped the recording, right? And then what I'm going to do, I am going to close this, right? Where is this? I will close this recording and then, right, here we will stop the recording.